What's up, Facebook? Recovery Fitness going live. Brought to you today from the front porch. Gotta switch up your rooms, right? Gotta keep things new and exciting during this time. So if that means going from the living room to the kitchen to the front porch, then by all means. Happy Monday. Doing okay. I hope everyone had a good weekend, or at least was able to find a couple positive moments in your weekend. We'll wait for a few more of you guys to tune in today. Hope everyone's enjoying this beautiful sunshine today. Also the other reason why I'm outside right now, because it's sunshine and it's nice and I like it. So it looks like we got a few of you joining in, which is awesome. So at the beginning of last week, we switched up our book discussion, and we're reading a book by Tim Ferriss, and just kind of going through some of the questions that he posed to like 100 plus people and their responses back. And so I was just reading some of those questions with you guys and having a discussion about that. So I started a little late today as well. I kind of pushed this discussion back. I do not have a reading for you today. I just kind of wanted to have a discussion and kind of speak from the heart. I was just able to spend some time on Zoom with my recovery family, my coworkers, who are much more than coworkers, have really become a second family for me, and that was really important to me to be there. Without them and without recovery, I don't have this, and I don't get to be here with you guys. So I am just so grateful to have these people in my life. And I was thinking about that as I got off the Zoom call and then needed a few moments before I came on here with you guys. And there's just some days where, especially lately, where things are just very challenging. And we're all going through these similar struggles, of course. That playing field is kind of level at this point. We're all starting off our days with this big, giant challenge that's hanging over all of us. And then there are people who have much larger problems that are going on. And that can be a struggle sometimes. And what I was thinking about as soon as I got off that Zoom call is how I didn't really feel like being on video with you guys today. I think there are times where it's very easy for me to put up that mask and pretend that everything's okay. And there are times where things actually are really okay. And I have a lot to be grateful for in my life, absolutely. In my own recovery, I've received so many gifts, so many. And most of the time things are really good. And then there's just days where they're just kind of blah. And I'm realizing that not only is it okay to have those blah days, it's also okay to talk about it and to be vulnerable. And I don't know about you guys, but being vulnerable can be a really challenging thing sometimes. It's not always easy. In fact, for many of us, it's very foreign and it's very uncomfortable to be raw and real with people. To let people in. That's a difficult thing at times. And so I was thinking about that today. Excuse me. I was thinking about that today, and there are just those moments where I feel really uncomfortable with my feelings. But it also makes me realize that I'm grateful that I have people in my life that I can talk about that with. And so what I really wanted to focus on today was gratitude. And I think for so many of us, a lot of people in the recovery world, we hear the topic of gratitude quite often. And yes, I'm drinking out of a Bills mug, not supporting. Go Packers. There are just we hear that topic often of gratitude, right? And sometimes it can be really redundant, and it's like, oh my goodness, are we really talking about this again? And, you know, I get that way too sometimes. But then there are moments in my life where gratitude is just kind of like really glaringly obvious, like it's right there in front of my face. And there are times where I can't ignore that. And, I do think that for each and every one of us, it is so important to keep gratitude on the forefront of our minds daily, especially when something like this is going on. This pandemic, all of it, this is something unlike any of us have ever experienced. You know, there is no manual on how to do life when there's a pandemic, right? I mean, if there is, I have not read it. Maybe some of you have, but there is no manual for that, and it's a really challenging time, and we're all having to figure things out. We're all having to adapt and do things differently, and we're all having to go through that really uncomfortable spot, and there are just times that I'm realizing that I really need to keep gratitude on the forefront of my mind, especially when I find myself getting frustrated, when I find myself getting angry, when I find myself getting resentful, when I find myself being irritable and short and snappy with people that I love and care about. It just means that something is going on internally with me that I'm not checking in with. And I often encourage you guys, in the past couple weeks, to continue to check in with yourselves throughout your day. This is hard, but I want to ask you, are you going through every single day for the past couple weeks being miserable, being mad, kicking your furniture as you're walking through the room because you're mad, Are you spending all of your days worrying, full of anxiety, watching copious amounts of the news? Where are you spending your energy? And I continually ask you guys that for a reason. It's really important to check in with ourselves at this time. And of course other people, of course our loved ones, but it's important to check in with ourselves too. This is hard. It is. It's hard to be on here going live, and on the days that I don't really feel it, that I don't really feel like it. But then I'm constantly reminded, the universe or whatever puts these little moments in my path each day, puts people in my path each day. I get people that reach out to me that I don't normally hear from. Christina's just joining in. Hi, Christina. And again, mostly it involves people in my life. And what a blessing that is. I think so quickly, at least for me anyways, there are times where I'm quick to take things for granted. I forget all the good things that have been given to me. And so what I want to focus on today, like I said, is gratitude. And what I always say is that I love hearing from you guys. I love seeing your comments, all your little emojis that you can pop up on the video here, all the hearts and the thumbs up and the laughing faces, all that fun stuff. That's just my favorite. It shows me that you guys are out there and you're hearing me and you're connecting with me. So what I would love for you guys to post, that I am posting in the chat right now, if I could spell. Goodness. So our discussion topic today, what I would love for it to be around, is 5 things you are grateful for today. Like I said, in light of everything, I think for a lot of people who are really struggling, really going through it right now, it may be really challenging to find anything you're grateful for. Maybe you have loved ones or friends who who are sick right now with everything that's going on with the pandemic. For those of you who are in early recovery right now, this is a really hard time. This is a really rough spot to be in. I get that. It's challenging. It's this whole isolation thing. That's a really tough spot to be in. For those of you that are out of work right now, Um, there is just so many challenges that people really have going on behind closed doors that we know nothing about, right? And so it makes it really challenging to look at the whole picture and be like, well, what am I grateful for? The entire world's falling apart, and that is some people's realities right now. But what I want to focus on is today, you know, because that is all any of us have. All we have is right now, in this moment. So, I think sometimes that when we focus on, with especially everything is going on, when we focus, what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next week, what is this going to look like a few months from now? When we're always focusing on the future, we can't enjoy the little moments right now. And that takes away from being present and mindful. I was at a meeting the other day, and I think I may have shared this last week, but I'm going to share it again. Someone had said something along the lines of, keep your head where your feet are at. Where are your feet right now? They're right underneath you. They're right here, right now, in this moment. And I find myself asking my friends that lately, where are your feet at? Bring yourself back here to right now. We're all getting wrapped up in, and it's very easy to do, but we're all getting wrapped up in the future, because there is so much uncertainty and we don't know what any of this holds. And it's very easy to get swept up in that and to shift our focus there. But I want to encourage you guys to bring that back to the right now. Bring it back to today. Yesterday is gone. This morning is gone. 10 minutes ago is gone. We don't get that time back. So what we have is right now and the rest of today. None of us are promised tomorrow. And that's why it's just so important to focus on what we can control today. How are you going to spend the rest of your day? Ask yourselves that. Do you have anything planned for yourselves this afternoon? Are you guys working from home? Are you going to step outside and go for a walk? It's beautiful out. You're going to cook on the grill, I know those seem like little luxuries that not everybody has, but, for those of you that have those means, can you enjoy them? Can you not take them for granted, But it's all about what we have right now, My gratitude list changes daily. There are some of those things that are constantly put on my gratitude list. Some of my standing things that I write down, I won't share all of them with you, but some of the ones that always go on my gratitude list are, for me, my sobriety, my connection with my higher power. Lately there are just, a lot of people that have been reaching out and that I've been reaching out to. So I'm very grateful for those connections, and each one of those connections is different on the daily, but I'm grateful for the connections themselves, But that's why, for me, I love doing my gratitude list at the end of the night. It allows me to go back into my day and look back and look for those little silver lining moments, Not every second of every day is going to be happy, and it's it's very unrealistic for us to feel this overwhelming sense of gratitude every second of every day, right? That's a pretty high expectation. But by doing my gratitude list at the end of each night, I can look back throughout my day and look for those little moments. And it doesn't have to be these big extravagant things that I'm grateful for, They can be the tiny little things. They can be something so simple as, I'm grateful that I have a pillow to sleep on, that I have a bed, that I have a roof over my head. I know some people who don't have those things. That's a really tough spot to be in. So it teaches the rest of us to be grateful for those little things that we do have, those little things that we don't think about on the daily. I'm grateful that there's food in the fridge right now. There are people who don't have that either. I'm grateful that I have books to read. I'm grateful that I have access to a computer and that I have access to internet so that I'm able to continue working from home. I'm grateful that I can be on here and still continue to connect with you guys. And again, this isn't me saying, because a lot of people don't have access to that right now, and that is a reality. And, while I feel for those people, it's not me bragging about the things that I have by any means. It's me just being grateful for them. In a normal world, a normal non-COVID world, those are things I don't really think about. Those are things I take for granted. I take for granted that I have a cell phone, that I have access to the internet and access to people 24/7 in my hand, you know? But I also know people who don't even have a phone right now. Some things to think about. I would love to hear from some of you guys. I see that it looks like there's only one person watching at the moment, but that's okay. For whoever is on here, I would love to see your comments. What are 5 things you're grateful for today? And if 5 seems like a lot, that's okay. What are 2 things you're grateful for? They can be simple. I'm grateful that I'm able to get up and get on my own 2 legs every day. You know, there are a lot of people who have, physical challenges or physical disabilities that, prevent them from walking or running or, again, it's not in the sense to brag, but it's in the sense of those are little things that I take for granted. And then I see someone else who doesn't have those things, and it makes me slow down in my life. It makes me have a little dose of humility. And I think we all need that at times, So what are some of those things you're grateful for today? Us at Rock Recovery are constantly encouraging you guys to stay active at home, and whether that means if you are lucky enough to have access to any workout equipment at home, or or are you able to get up and go for a walk outside? Not everyone has that either. So for those of you that are able to do some type of fitness in your life, probably getting creative at home out there, are you grateful for your body? I think about that sometimes after I've gotten a really good workout in for the day. I'm grateful that, my body is able to keep up with that my body can function, and, I'm able to put my body through these crazy workouts. I'm grateful that I can tolerate that, and that I can grow from that, and that I can become more healthy through that. It's just little things like that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be these extravagant things, but I think if we all slow down a little bit, we can look for those little moments in our days. Maybe some of you who are home with your kids right now, that's a lot of time with your children, and I've been reaching out to a lot of my friends or family that have kids, and they joke around that it drives them a little bit crazy sometimes, but are you able to find little moments of gratitude where you're maybe playing a game with your kids, or you're reading, or you're able to watch a movie at night, or have a fire out back, or just are you able to go on a bike ride with your kids right now? I was talking to a friend this morning, and she said she was going to take her kid to the park, just the 2 of them. So those things, those of you who are quarantined at home with family right now and have been quarantined with the same people for weeks, do you find gratitude in not being alone right now? So please comment in, guys. I would love to see your gratitude lists, no matter what they are. I can keep going with my gratitude things for the day, but I would really love to hear from some of you guys. I'm grateful that the sun is out today. I know I mentioned that earlier, but I'm really grateful the sun is out today. It's nice. It truly is. I also want to continue to put this plug out there that, I'm putting out there every single day. But, if you are somebody who is struggling right now, I continue to encourage you to reach out. We still have, at Rock Recovery Fitness, we still have our peer mentors that are able to be there for you or anybody else that you may know who is struggling right now. Our peers have been where you're at and can understand it, can understand the struggles, and, can be there to walk alongside you during your own recovery journey if that's something you want and or need. So we are still offering those peer services. If you stay tuned to our Rock Recovery Fitness page, you can go on there, and we have posted a whole bunch of resources to different online recovery communities, different meetings on there if that's something people are interested in. We have a phone number on there that people can call to get linked up with peer services. You guys can email us or Facebook message us. We'd love to hear from you. We've had a lot of people comment and write in lately about, that they are tuning into our videos, and how grateful they are for those. And, we love hearing that stuff. We really do. This we're on here to connect with you guys and to be there for you, but in turn, you guys help us so much, and you don't even know it. You truly just continue to give us strength and hope. Because we're human. I think there is those moments where we all feel a little hopeless at times, but by you guys continuing to reach back out to us and to stay connected with us, you guys push us to keep going. And in turn, we can keep going with you guys and continue to connect. So it's this beautiful little cycle that continues to move. So even if you're not struggling right now and you just want to reach out and say hi, if you guys want to check in on our videos and comment, we all love to see your comments on here. We like to see who's watching our videos. If you just need somebody to talk to, please feel free to reach out. Don't hesitate. We're here. I know people are out there really struggling right now, and maybe you're scared to reach out. That can be a really intimidating thing, but we're here with virtual arms open, and we want to talk to you. So please reach out. I continue to encourage you guys to check out our other virtual videos that we've been posting. We got a workout coming up here shortly at 3 o'clock, and then Yana will be on later this evening. And we've got some other really great videos that are going on every day of the week. So please check out that schedule we have posted online. There's some cool stuff going on the weekends. We do have our meditations every day. We have, Kirsten doing readings. So we've just got a really good variety of stuff, and, we're continuing to figure out how we can connect with you guys through the virtual world. So if you have any suggestions, or if there's things you want to see or things that you need, please feel free to reach out to us. I've like I said, I've really been enjoying doing these videos with you guys and doing the book discussions. Today went a little left, but that's okay. I'm on here and I got to spend a little bit of time with you guys. If you are missing our videos, that's okay. Every live video saves after it's finished, so you can always go back into our videos on the Rock Recovery Fitness Facebook page, or you can check out our website, rockcoveryfitness.org. So that is always an option too if you guys want to share these videos with friends or family members who you think would get a lot out of these or would enjoy them. We'd love for you to share them with others too. So I know there's not a lot of people on here right now, but that's totally okay. I'm very grateful for the few of you that do join in me and to keep in that spirit of gratitude. I am mostly grateful for my Rock Recovery family today. I tell them from time to time that that I genuinely love them and that they really encourage me to keep going. But I don't know if they know how much they truly mean to me. So, I'm putting it out there on the Facebook Live that, that is my number one thing in today, in the moment, that I am truly grateful for. I don't know where my life would be without Rock Recovery. I really don't, but I'm just grateful that it's here and that it's grown to what it is today. And, in turn, I'm able to give that back to all you guys out there, to our members, to our volunteers, to maybe people who have never been to Rock Recovery or heard of us. I love to see that these connections are going farther and farther, and I'm also grateful for the virtual world that allows us to connect more so than we ever have before. So it's been really great. So I continue to encourage you guys. My challenge for you guys today is to write a gratitude list this evening, sometime in the evening before you go to bed. Again, that way you're able to look back throughout your day and find those little silver lining moments. Like I said, not every minute of every day is going to be perfect or happy, but I really encourage you to find some things to be grateful for anyways. It's really important. It's what keeps us going, and to continue day after day after day of being negative and anxious and full of worry it's not helpful for any of us, and it certainly hurts our own selves. It's not being kind and gentle to ourselves. So I encourage you to dig deep, write yourself a little gratitude list tonight, write it on a fancy piece of paper if it so moves you to do so. Color it, decorate it. I'll always encourage you guys to pull out the markers and get creative and just have fun with it. That's what it's about, right? So I would love to hear some of your gratitude lists when we check back in tomorrow, or even if you feel the need to post them on your own social media and tag Rock Recovery Fitness. It would be really cool to see your gratitude lists. So I am grateful for you guys today. Thank you for showing up. Tune in to the rest of our videos for the rest of the day. I hope you guys can enjoy that sunshine, and we will check back in tomorrow. We'll see you guys. Bye.